Today we're going to talk about the Otocinclus, or as they're commonly called, the Otto. So, I have only had my Otos for about a week and a half now, so this is going to be my early impressions on the Otocinclus. So, about a week and a half ago, I bought 3 Otos for my LFS, and I had a mature tank, so a tank with plenty of algae for them to eat on the sides of the tank and on the plants. And I knew that I wanted something different in my tank, and something that would help with the algae problem. So I purchased the Otos, and I was very happy with how they ate the algae and also just their appearance and their behavior in the tank. So within 4 days, the Otos cleaned off basically all the algae off the plants and the tank itself, which I thought it was going to take longer for them. So then I had to purchase algae wafers for them, which wasn't a big purchase, but making sure that you have a dedicated food for your Otto is very important. So I had a mature tank, then I needed to buy food for them to make sure that they do not go hungry. Some common issues with the Otto is a lot of people think that they're finicky, which in my experience is true. So when you go to a store to buy an Otto, make sure you're getting ones that look like they're well fed, that have a battered stomach, that are not sunken in stomach, that aren't super skinny, because a lot of fish stores, they're in a tank with other fish or a lot of Ottos, and they're not getting as much food as they need. So for example, I bought 3, and one of them died within 3 days. Did not show any physical signs, so I don't think there was anything that I could do. Probably not fed well enough at the store. The store that I bought them at, there were plenty of Otos in there, and they were also housed with neon tetras, so they probably did not get enough food. Something with that is, I purchased 3 with the intention of buying more in the future. I would highly recommend getting a larger number of Otos if you can. They do like to school. In the wild, they're in large numbers, like in the thousands, possibly. So a larger group is definitely a positive for the Otos. Right now I only have 2, but I'm going to get more, and they definitely like being around each other, and I'm sure that there's going to be even more behaviors that they exhibit when there are more Otos in the tank. Something else that I've enjoyed with the Otos is just seeing them interact with the tank itself, going on the driftwood and the different plants in the tank, and sometimes they hang upside down, and just looking for them. It's very interesting. And they look cute. They're smaller fish. They're also pretty cheap, so buying that large number for them should not be an issue. It's not going to cost too much. Now, something on the negative side, what I talked about before, is making sure that you're getting a good Otto that you're purchasing, making sure it is fed well. I've read on some forums that some people, they buy extra Otos, knowing that a few might die. So they're buying more than the number that they want because they know something's going to happen to at least a few. I don't recommend that because that seems like you're not caring about the fish. I feel terrible whenever a fish dies, even if it's not something that I could have fixed. But I would recommend getting some, maybe a smaller number, like 3 or 4, and then buying a few more, and then seeing how they're doing. Usually if you get after the first month with the Otos, then they're going to be doing well. Make sure that you feed them plenty with the algae in your tank, and also algae wafers. You can also blanch vegetables and have that as like a treat for them. Now with that, make sure you take the food out after, it's really different. Some places say like 12 hours, others say like 2 days, so that the food isn't growing mold and not contaminating the water. So just watch your tank, see how they're doing. some Otos will not recognize that the vegetables are food right away because that is new to them. So you might have to try a few times before they eat it. Overall, I think the Otto is a great fish, especially for a community tank, because it helps keep your tank clean. Is great to look at, really fun to try to find in the aquarium. They look cute. They clean your plants as well. They're not going to hurt your plants. And you can have a larger group of them. They stay small and they're pretty inexpensive. So that's my thoughts on the Otocinclus. I'm going to do an update when I get more and see how they're doing all together. Thanks for watching. Bye.